Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. So in today's video, I want to talk about all of the products I managed to empty in the last few months. I did get rid of some bottles, but I think I remember them, so I may be able to at least mention them to you. And I'm really enjoying making videos like this because I feel like most hair care channels are all about, just new product hauls and how, getting more and more and more. And I do want to show you that all of the stuff that I'm talking about on my channel, unless I have a very good reason, I do use everything up, and I want to be very transparent to you about what I feel and think about these products once I've actually managed to use them all up. So without further ado, let's get into this video. So there's quite a selection right there, and actually there's going to be a lot of Olaplex in here, simply because Olaplex is, still the main line of hair products I use on a very regular basis. However, interestingly enough, there are actually a few products in this empties collection, let's say, that I actually will not repurchase, and I'm going to make an entire video about Olaplex, maybe even more than one, where I talk about which products I deem useful and worth the money, and which products I think as a high porosity girly you should think about skipping. So yeah, let's go. The first product that's empty and that I just grabbed out is Olaplex No. 4, which is their shampoo. Right off the bat, this is my shampoo. This is the main shampoo I use. It's the only shampoo where I feel like my hair doesn't get too dry, doesn't get too stripped, while at the same time my scalp gets cleaned really nicely as well. I have this in massive bottles. I think I have a 2-liter bottle and 2 1-liter bottles nowadays. So this empty doesn't really mean anything. It just means I have to refill this. Although I have to admit, I actually put the 2-liter bottle in my shower because I just get too lazy refilling this. But this is an absolutely amazing shampoo. I have very sensitive skin in general, but also especially a sensitive scalp. So many shampoos do irritate me when they do manage to clean my scalp. So this is just an amazing product. And also, again, for someone, if you're high porosity and you generally have a drier hair texture, it's really important to find a shampoo that is, in a sense, moisturizing. And before I found Olaplex No. 4, I didn't believe in the existence of moisturizing shampoos. I always felt like that was just like a gimmick, but it's true. And Olaplex No. 4 is definitely one of those moisturizing shampoos, and I love this product. I will continue to repurchase it probably forever, or at least until I find something equally as good for less money. And so this is the first empty. I really love this product, and I'm going to talk more about this very soon. Next up, we have Wella Professionals, and this is from their Elements line, the green line I like to call it, and this is their renewing leave-in spray. Finding this was a true coincidence. I found this in a beauty supply store I rarely frequent because it's just so far away. And I walked in, I wanted to try a bunch of new products, and I wanted something, that was organic and without silicone, so I could continue to use Olaplex safely, because in case no one told you, it's really hard to get Olaplex, or let's say it's not even really hard, it's impossible to get Olaplex or any bond builder really to work on your hair if you use products with silicone. So I knew any new product I bought would have to be silicone free, and that was just one of the lines they had. I think I tried their mask. I think I tried the deep conditioner, the mask, and I also tried this. And the mask, the deep conditioner, like I said about drugstore products, this is a professional product, but still, what I told you about drugstore products in my last video, it was just really thin. It was just not worth my time. It didn't do anything for my hair. But this stuff, oh my God, became a holy grail. And this is easily the 12th or so bottle I've been using of this stuff. Funny enough, in the last 2 months or so, I kind of stopped using the product, so I ran out. There's only like a very little bit left. And I didn't repurchase because, I don't know, I was kind of feeling like it wasn't really doing as much for my hair anymore. But now, 2 months later, I feel like, okay, I'm actually still missing this in my collection, in my hair care regimen. And just to be very quickly, what this does really great is moisturize my hair between washes. Again, I have high porosity hair, my hair is super dry just naturally, so I need something lightweight to moisturize it between washes, otherwise, breakage could occur. And this is just one of the rare products I found, especially being a leave-in, that works for my hair, that doesn't weigh it down, that doesn't sort of clog the strands. So yeah, amazing product, and I actually just ordered 3 new bottles, so yeah, good product. Moving on to a product I already made an entire video about, so I'm going to make this really quickly, but this is my Pantene Pro V silicone-free mask, and this is by the Miracles line. The smell is amazing. I talked to you about this in the other video, so I'm going to be very quick, but this is an amazing hair mask. Super moisturizing, makes the hair really shiny and heavy, and like just generally a very luxurious feel that I get out of this. I just bought, I think, 4 more of these tubs, and funny enough, the drugstore that sells these is actually going to discontinue them. And I talked to one of the workers, and they said that actually in the computer they could see that this entire line was going to be, or this entire silicone-free line was going to be discontinued. So he couldn't really say if it was just the drugstore or just generally Pantene Pro V phasing these out, which is honestly heartbreaking. But he also told me that online I should be able to buy just leftover stock for several years, so you know, no need to fret. But this is also something I used up completely, bought more of it, and yeah, highly recommended. Moving on to another Olaplex product. This is Olaplex number 5. There's actually a little bit left in here that I'm going to use up, but still practically empty. Again, this is kind of cheating because much like with the number 4, I also own a massive bottle, actually 2 or 3 massive bottles of Olaplex number 5, their classic conditioner. And yeah, this is just, I think, one of my first Olaplex products that I've ever used. This and a shampoo I think I used initially. It transformed my hair for me. It really, you know, the length, the thickness and so on, I really feel like Olaplex in general did that for me. And looking back now, I've tried loads of Olaplex products. I'm going to talk about this in another video, but I think I'm going to stick with this. When it comes to Olaplex conditioners, they do have a bunch. This is, I think, the one I'm going to stick with long term, and all of the others, sad to say, I'm going to phase them out. But this is another one I used up. Just to be very quick, what it does for my hair, it's just, you know, strengthening pretty much. It's a bond builder. It strengthens my hair. I feel like I have less breakage with it. I feel like my hair can take heat better as well. I've talked about this before, like be very careful with heat when it comes to high porosity hair and having a hair goal. Next up, we have Olaplex number 1. This is actually a professional product. I managed to get it online anyway. And this was just me wanting to try the professional treatment. I've had it done professionally in a salon before, and I was not happy with the results. I think there's different reasons why it ended up not working out for me, but I wanted to give this another shot and not have to spend like, you know, 100 euros again on a treatment by a professional. And yeah, in the beginning I really loved this. Again, I feel like back then when I first started using this, my hair was more damaged. There was like stuff to repair for Olaplex, so this was very useful. Now further down the line, my hair is more healthy, so I think this just doesn't have a use anymore. So again, I would recommend it for people who have damaged hair, who want to nurse their hair to grow long. In the beginning, I think this is an amazing product, but once you have reached a certain health level with your hair, this is kind of too expensive to keep going. I don't remember how much one of these smaller bottles is, but it's like just really expensive, and it does not give you massive results if your hair isn't super damaged. So yeah, love this product, but after I finish this, I'm not going to repurchase. Moving on to a non-Olaplex product. This is L'Oreal's Elvital, and this is actually the European or German version. It's called differently in the US, and if I can find it online, I'm going to put it on the screen. But this is essentially their acidic bond repair or, you know, bond builder line, and they have it in the US as well. You will find it there. I think it's pink bottles in the US. It's the exact same product. And this product actually, first of all, I love this. This is their conditioner, and I also had, I think, their deep conditioner or some sort of mask as well in like a smaller bottle. I used that up as well, but already threw it out. And this is actually what triggered my purchase of the Redken acidic bond building or repair line that I also made an entire video about if you care about it. And I have to say, now that I've used this up, that I've used more of the Redken version, I don't see why I would have to spend, I think, almost double, if not triple, of this on the Redken version. I think again, it all comes down to how damaged your hair is and how well you already have like another bond building product line built into your regimen. If you're someone who's not using Olaplex already, I think purchasing the Redken, the much more expensive Redken line is worth it. Also, if you have very damaged hair in general, it's very worth it. But if your hair has a certain level of health, you're not really going to be able to get much out of the Redken line that, you know, this cheaper version by L'Oreal can't also get for you. So I think I'm going to have to do a comparison video of the two, but generally speaking, I really enjoy this product. I I'm not yet sure if I will repurchase, simply because Olaplex is still working for me so well, and I don't need 2 bond building products or bond building lines in my regimen. At least I don't think so. But if you are in the market for a bond builder, for an acidic treatment, maybe also because Olaplex has failed you in some way, trying this before buying the more expensive Redken, I think, is really worth it. Next up, I have Olaplex No. 3. I actually forgot to take the bottle out of the bathroom, but it's this pretty much like this, like a small bottle like this. It's, I think, their most hyped product out of all of the products. I remember there was such a huge hype around Olaplex No. 3 on TikTok, especially in the last like 1.5 years. The hype has died down pretty much because I think there's been some conspiracies, not conspiracies, but like some controversies surrounding Olaplex in general, and many people who've had, or some people who've had negative experiences with that. I have my own opinion on that, and I will share that potentially in another video. I don't want to talk too much about it, but like right now, I can say about Olaplex No. 3, I loved the product for what it was, and I used up a bunch of bottles, maybe 5 or 6 in the last 2.5 years. But I'm actually not going to repurchase because, again, my hair health is at a point where I just don't need such a strong product in my routine, and whatever Olaplex can do for me, No. 5 can do it for me, and No. 5 can do it for much less money. So while I love Olaplex No. 3, and do recommend you purchase it if you're at the beginning of your hair journey, you're at the beginning as well when it comes to your length, and you're at the moment where you're struggling to get your hair to grow past like this really annoying shoulder length, definitely an enemy length for me as well for the longest. That's when I say go ahead, purchase Olaplex No. 3. Potentially out of all of the Olaplex products is one of the products, except for the shampoo, that I would recommend the most, and get your hair to grow past that, enemy length. And then, reflect on it if you still need it in your routine. I love it. I enjoyed it for what it was, but I won't repurchase. Final product for this video is Olaplex No. 8, an absolute holy grail for the longest. Just to give you a quick story of this product, I bought this because back in the day I went through, I think, 2 Japanese hair straightening treatments where my hair was pretty much damaged. I think my hair was over-processed. If relaxers, can over-process your hair, and the same thing can happen with a Japanese hair straightening treatment. I remember the salon was really full. I think, my hairstylist wasn't really paying the attention she should have paid to me, and yeah, my hair was over-processed. And once you over-process hair with a Japanese hair straightening treatment, it gets all frizzy and crazy looking. So there was nothing really to fix that except to put heat on it, which obviously is going to weaken the hair more once it's already been over processed. So heat wasn't an option. I needed something to sort of tame the bushiness, which was essentially what it was. And back then, Olaplex No. 5 wasn't strong enough. That's great for your ends and just general lighter damage, but I needed something more heavy duty, and back then I did not know about this. So maybe back then this would have been great. Also, I'm not sure if back then in 2020 they even already sold this. I'm not sure. So I had to buy something more heavy duty, and I came across Olaplex No. 8, and I started using this as a leave-in conditioner back then. So I would wash my hair, and I would put this stuff in, and I would specifically pat it onto, with my hands, pat it onto the strands that were over processed. So essentially, imagine in the beginning it was up there, but at one point it was down there. So I had this line of over processed hair that was really bushy in the middle of my hair. It was straight, bushy, straight. And I had to put something on there to calm the bushiness, because my hair would constantly stick up like this and look crazy. And this worked wonders. And it stayed with me until, from all the way up here, it grew out to there where, I managed to get it cut out. So this is amazing for, again, really damaged hair, over-processed hair, especially. If you have a dry hair texture, you can also get away with using this as a leave-in conditioner. Again, it needs to be used on wet hair. And you're not really allowed, or you really shouldn't comb your hair until it's 100% dried through. Because if you put this in and you comb it through before it's all the way dried into your hair, you're not really going to get the result that this can give you. So if you're going to use this on really damaged hair, let it dry, air dry into your hair perfectly before you put a comb to it or do anything else to it. But yeah, this definitely saved me and helped me over for many years. I have 3 bottles of this left that I think I'm going to start using up over time. But yeah, it's a great product, but once I think the 3 bottles are used up, I'm not going to repurchase. Okay guys, this was it for my video. Some of the products right here. If you enjoyed this, please give it a thumbs up and like. Also, always open for comments. So if you have any questions regarding any of the products, I am going to talk about some of them more in depth in other videos, but I just wanted to give you like an idea of all of the, trials and errors I've made. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.